See, Chico, we're going to be talking about the baseball this week.
Are you talking about the baseball, see?
See? Mike, we'll be talking about the baseball.
We're talking about baseball. We're talking about stickball.
Stickball, eh?
We're talking about the stickball, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about some of the best baseball players of all time.
Talk about the best baseball of all time. Talk about the best baseball players of all time together on one stage. Yeah.
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 Let's play the theme song. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is It Was a Thing on TV.
Total Red Man has ever done something like this to me. It's time.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the dregs of humanity.
This is Andres Jimenez, Wanda Lindor trade for the Guardians.
By the way, did we mention that Nolan Arenado became the 5th player to hit for the cycle while we were recording this?
Martin Maldonado?
Nolan
Arenado.
Nolan
Arenado. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's not. That's like 5th this season. Or
Okay.
5th?
Okay. When Mike, hold on. Before we interrupted, when Mike was doing the I was going to say, this is the look inside the insane mind of Michael Claus, a man who believes that the Cleveland Guardians won the Francisco Lindor trade, which was complete nonsense since he had already conceded to me that I had won. And I have audio proof of him saying it. No takebacks.
Oh, no takebacks. Okay.
No takebacks. You admitted you lost, so no takebacks.
Callback from the previous episode.
You just wait till Lindor breaks everything in his body, then who wins the trade? Yeah.
Okay, you keep saying that yourself, but
$30 million for a paperweight. Yeah, how do you feel?
if you still had him, you'd be saying, oh, please, don't give me that crap. Episode 286. Submission 1194. The first annual Cracker Jack Old Timers Classic. The first annual Cracker Jack Old Timers Classic took place in 1982 at RFK Stadium in Washington, D.C., and it aired on ESPN. Okay, but seriously, guys,
Yeah.
the legendary players of the sport of baseball. I mean, come on. Some of the old-time greats of the game, we pay tribute to them, like, around this time each year at the All-Star Game. You sometimes have your Hall of Famers come out in the pregame ceremonies, and that's fantastic. And, you know, one great thing about baseball, like back in the day, you don't see this much anymore, but they would have old-timers day games.
Yeah, I think the Yankees were the first one to ever have an old-timers game, at least according to baseball.fandom.com. Well, actually, they just explained that the New York Yankees did start the tradition on July 4th, 1939.
Yeah, I believe that was for Lou Gehrig, because that was when he did the famous speech.
Don't the Yankees still do an old timers game every now and then? I thought they had one in the last couple of years.
Yeah, they still have an old timers day game. They were, in fact, the only team to still have an old timers day game until this year, because the Mets are now going to have an old timers day game this year. That's actually one of the things Steve Cohen, when he bought the team last year, was going to bring back. He's like, you know what? I'm going to have my own old timers day game
with blackjack and hookers.
And you know what? Considering it's the Mets, for all we know, some of the 86 Mets might just have that. Who knows?
Who knows indeed. But we're not here to talk about... Sorry. Go ahead, Mike.
I'm sorry. I'm shedding a little tear when you're talking about the 1986 Mets being old timers.
Oh yeah, well, hey.
Well, I know they're in their 60s now, probably, but still, that doesn't make me feel young.
No, but hey, he's still Keith Hernandez.
Oh, yes. I am Keith Hernandez.
That's right. Getting that just for men. Moolah. No play for Mr. Gray.
Nope.
Thanks, Clyde. Okay. But seriously, Old Timers Day games, fun to see the old legends of the sport come back for one night and play the legendary sport for a couple innings just to see him come up to bat. It's great.
It is.
And in 1982, the good folks at Cracker Jack decided, you know what? Let's have a special Old Timers Day game in the nation's capital and have some of the all-time legends of baseball at RFK Stadium in Washington, D.C. play against each other in like an all-star game style showdown between the American and National Leagues.
And this was basically the brainchild of former Atlanta Braves Vice President Dick Cecil, who wanted to see said retired players come back to play one more game, not just, be a part of some sort of pre-game or mid-game sort of salute to those that came before. No. He wanted to see them play again. I guess the question I was left with is, can they even still play?
Well, I guess we're going to find this out because we're going to watch this broadcast just like we did the MLB versus Celebrities game way back in the archives. Back in what episode number was that? Like 208, 20, something like that?
Something like that.
I'm on the case. But also, I think nowadays, given the regimens that the current athletes do, I think this generation's old-timers would do a lot better than the previous generation's old-timers. Just my opinion.
And we can't forget some of the names on the starting lineup was incredibly stacked. Hank Aaron, Lou Brock, Bert Campaneris, Joe DiMaggio, Bob Feller, Ralph Kiter, Johnny Mize, Dan Musial, Don Newcomb, Enos Slaughter, Early Wynn. And then there was a moment that was just seminal in this game, but I'm getting ahead of myself.
And before we get started, just to put some closure on the MLB versus Celebrities softball game, that was episode 204. It doesn't seem like it was that recent. October of last year. Seems like it was a lot longer ago than that.
It was our World Series special that year, wasn't it?
I think it was. Yeah, our postseason special, yeah.
Okay, so let's watch this. I should note we have a three-man booth for this. We got two absolute legends. We got Red Barber, legendary former announcer for the Brooklyn Dodgers, and Jack Brickhouse, legendary former Chicago Cubs announcer. But also the third man in the booth, not really a baseball guy, but we have talked about him in the past, Sam Rosen, who we talked about in the BCS on Fox, and of course, legendary longtime play-by-play NHL announcer for the New York Rangers. So, yeah, this is going to be a very special episode, so let's get going. Let's watch this together.
Let's play ball!
Yeah.
Welcome back to RFK Stadium in Washington, D.C. for this first Hall of Fame All-Star Old Timers Classic. It really looks like a great one.
Oh, yeah, it's raining in D.C., too. They're all holding umbrellas.
Well, actually, two of them are holding umbrellas.
Oh, yeah, they're just holding it over Sam.
Sam's
Banks.
just bumming.
We're walking through the clubhouse. The rain was
By the way,
pouring
special
moments
shout out
ago,
to
and Ernie
I'm a
was saying,
sportsfile.com.
We're gonna play. Yeah, let's play 2 today. Let's play 2
Hey,
today.
Ernie
That's
Banks.
my boy.
Hey.
You know, I'm just looking at this.
I got a
array of
question,
talent
Chico.
we are, and over on the other side of that field.
Where's the
And
dip?
by today's prices, if these guys were in their prime, Sam and Red,
Get
I
it?
think if we could just arrange to get their salaries, what they'd be worth these days.
He got
we
it.
could settle the national debt in 20 minutes. No problem there. How about seeing guys like Henry Aaron and Ernie Banks swing that bat again, Red?
Old-timey baseball card.
And we got the great pictures like
They didn't have any time for a photograph. They did painting. They did matte paintings.
Yeah. Oh, Johnny Vandermeer. The only person to ever throw back-to-back no-hitters.
But one of the ball players that means so much to me that's here tonight is Pee Wee Reese. I think it's a shame he's not in the Hall
Oh,
of Fame.
this guy.
We've got a couple of guys.
Pee Wee
Old
Reese.
Brooklyn baseball in the house.
That's right.
Thanks, Sam. I have to be honest with you. We've had about a 20
Oh, George Grandy.
rain delay, and then the big deluge came. All told, about 2 hours of rain delay. And while this was going on, I went into the American League dugout, had a chance to talk with some of these All-Stars and Hall of Famers. They're still ready to play baseball. It's going to be an exciting day. The likes of DiMaggio and the rest are here, and we're set to take a look at some great old-time baseball. Let's go over to third base and Lou Palmer.
George, the story is similar on the National League side. They want to play this game
George
just
Grande
as badly
looks
as
like
the American
Raph
League
Siegel.
All-Stars. Perhaps a guy who typifies the spirit of baseball more than anybody else is Ernie Banks, the great player, the great shortstop, first baseman of the Chicago Cubs. In spite of all of the rain, Ernie says, hey, let's play 2. That's been his hallmark from these many years. Now let's go back upstairs to Sam Rosen.
Okay, Lou, go in out of the rain, get in the dugout. We'll be back to you in a little while. We'll be set to go with the opening ceremonies for this old-timers baseball classic in just a moment.
They're not gonna let a little thing like rain stop these guys. They want to play ball.
Yeah.
Just about set to go. The grounds crew cleaning off the field, getting things set. We're getting ready for the opening ceremonies.
Can't help but think that the field is a little too long for baseball.
Yeah.
I mean, didn't the
Oh, hold on. Time out.
Whoa.
James Brady.
The first ball
He's going to throw out the first ball. Now, remember,
will be thrown out by
James Brady was Ronald Reagan's press secretary who was
the White House.
shot the year before, right?
Let's welcome
Yeah, the John Hinckley shooting, yeah.
Yep. And he's
And
getting
of
a
course-
standing ovation from this crowd here at RFK.
And of course, he's in a wheelchair, but otherwise, not worse for wear.
Bill Freehand, the catcher, is waiting for the toss. And
Thumbs up. Yeah!
Good job.
It was a strike.
Good job.
Right down the middle by James Brady.
Just great to see James Brady here at RFK Stadium with a marvelous crowd saluting him and the fans having a great time too.
Oh, this crowd, they're not doing a good job here.
It's a little pitchy dog.
No, this is not good at all. One, two.
2, 3, se va.
Okay, in their defense, at this time, Washington did not have a baseball team.
I get that.
Just in their defense.
Let's Play 2.
I understand.
Baseball is such a great game. We all love it so much. And each day we should play a doubleheader. So I'd say it's a beautiful day. Let's Play 2. That's it.
Yep. And also, where's the dip? Oh. Old silent film. And the crowd goes wild. Your B-roll.
All right, we're back at our nation's capital. What looks to be the home field for the Washington Redskins.
Yes,
Now the Washington
OFK.
Commanders.
Yeah, RFK was the home of the team now known as the Washington Commanders at this time. And also, this was the home of the Washington Senators. And also the home of the Washington Nationals, their first 3 seasons in the
devastating pinch hitter.
in the National League in Washington after they moved to Montreal. Oh, Bobby Avila, Mike.
He in his life yesterday sent a message to all of our Latin American friends listening in.
Bobby Avila, the president of the Mexican leagues. At shortstop, I can't believe this.
Ah, Luke Appling.
Luke Appling.
Now remember this for later.
Swing that bat.
Remember this.
75-year-old Luke
Set-
Appling.
Brooks Robinson, the legendary Baltimore Oriole.
Simply unbelievable. And he made them routine.
In left field, a guy who also made his fame in the National League, but also was great in the American League, Enos Slaughter.
The mad dash in the 46 series for the Cardinals against the
And out in
Red
center field,
Sox.
a guy who made his fame as a right
Al
fielder,
Kaline.
greatest of all time, Al Kaline.
The youngest batting champion in history.
He wouldn't have been that old at this point, I don't
No.
think.
No, he
No.
was the youngest batting
Guy
champion
could hit
ever
the
been.
ball a mile. What power, what a chest he's got. He is a powerful
Harmon
man.
Killebrew.
Killebrew.
Oh,
I don't
The
know
killer.
if I've ever wanted to see
that's
him
right.
Oh, could he hit him out in any field? Behind the plate, a young guy, Bill Freehand of the Detroit Tigers.
A wonderful, wonderful receiver and a dangerous hitter.
And a 300-game winner out on the mound.
Early win. 300 wins exactly.
And when all
ERA of
that, he was
3.54.
I'll tell you that. And all of the batters wish he was because he's
Nowadays, that would be
We talked to
Meh.
earlier in the day, and he was
Eh.
telling us he even knocked down his son in batting practice.
He told me
He knocked down his son in batting practice.
Red,
bro.
what do you like in this game?
I like the fact that it's out here tonight for us to see and to enjoy and to turn the clock back on.
Oh,
And they're
some
just-
great players.
they're just
Throwing it.
They're just getting.
Everyone will get
They're
into
just
this
getting
one.
hot right
The
now.
National League leads it off with a guy who a lot of people
And first
say
up to bat
should be in the
here.
Hall of Fame.
Oh, Pee Wee Reese.
So start for the Brooklyn Dodgers.
Yeah.
And he did get in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, of course he's in
Yeah,
the
let's
Hall of
add
Fame.
that.
Yeah, he wasn't in 82 at the time of this game.
Still working with Louisville Sluggers.
Yes, he lives out in
Yep.
Batted 309 and 54, a 16-year career high.
We'll pick it up for you in a moment.
Mickey Vernon's going in.
How often do you see a pitcher with glasses on?
Gone in to play first base. Johnny
You
Myers,
do not.
starter.
You see it a little bit nowadays, not many.
Yeah, that's a foul.
Working in the Yankee organization as a batting instructor. There he is. He played down here in Washington.
Okay. 1-2 pitch coming.
Pee Wee Reese. You know, during those years of the 50s.
Yeah, going back to the glasses, I think the last player I can think of, the last pitcher, maybe Tyler Clifford when he was with the Nationals and the Cleveland team a couple years ago. He wore glasses.
I know that as far as Bill Skiff was concerned, who scouted
Oh.
the Dodgers for the Yankees,
He walked.
series, he always regarded Reese as the most dangerous.
More like a stroll to first base, not more than a walk.
Taking his time with it.
This is a 5-inning game.
Okay, 5-inning game, Sam mentioned.
Yeah, so this is going to be a short game.
And Phil Cavaretta is at bat.
Phil Cavaretta played first base for the Chicago Cubs before he finished high school. And in his first game, hit a home run to win it.
Early win, throwing it by Phil. Right by
And
early win.
that's
Oh,
a
that
nice
ball
one.
just died. You can
Well-
tell like how wet the turf is because all right, I'm gonna rewind it here. Hold on a second. Okay, watch.
I'm watching.
Did you see it splash?
It splashed and then it just stopped.
It just
And
died.
he just tried to throw it to Appling round his back and just did not happen.
Shortstops going at one another out at second base. And here's the guy who got one of the greatest ovations when he was introduced. One of the greatest.
Oh, Stan the Man.
Stan the Man.
Stan the Man mutual. Oh,
Oh, he just walloped it!
oh,
And it died in right field. But
His career, 3,630 of them. Stan Musial,
incredible smack that was. Incredible.
oh, 24 All-Star teams.
All-Star team. record he shares with Hank Aaron and Willie Mays. He hit 6 All-Star Game home runs. He had a lifetime .331 batting average, hitting over .330 13 times, winning 6 National League batting titles. And a standing ovation.
Hammer and Hank.
Look, check this. Here comes the pride of Atlanta
And Milwaukee.
and Milwaukee. But I don't think they have a road named after him in Milwaukee, though.
Oh,
Oh, that went far.
It'll be a single. Gotta tread lightly. They're playing on the grass. Have the dirt cut out.
okay, so it's grass.
Is-
And of course, the footing is.
And the bases are
You
Achoo!
can still hit 'em. Right here is
Let's also remember Hank Aaron at that point. He would have retired only about 6 years earlier. He played to like 75 or 76.
His
Oh,
last
yeah.
year would have been with the Brewers in '76.
So he's sort of an old timer.
Oh,
Sort of. I think he would have been elected to the Hall of Fame this year in '82. So,
National League with a run.
because 5-year retirement
I
rule.
would think that Ernie Banks is probably the most joyous ball player, certainly audibly so. He was always talking up, let's play 2 today. Today's a wonderful day to play a game, let's play 2. And maybe the other most joyous player who ever played the game was Willie Mays.
Willie was slated to be here, but I'm told that he injured himself in an old-timers game in San Francisco.
Yes, I understand a week ago, Sam.
there you go.
Early win, pitching.
Willie Mays
Oh.
wanted to be here, but
Up,
below us.
got
another
injured.
foul ball.
Oh,
Another foul ball for Ernie Banks.
Nobody out for the National League. Top half of the first inning. National League with a run in and the bases loaded. And Banks
Oop.
hits it deep to
is that gonna? Oh, that's gonna
Was
stay.
that-
Lions under.
Nope.
Just
and
gonna
that's
die on the track, and that should get a run in. No, no, he's gonna go back.
Showing the good arm. Gets
He thought about it,
Oh,
though.
K-Line, what an arm! Look at that.
K-Line, he's milking this. He's up in that. He's up in the center field, loving it.
He broke into the major leagues in 1953 with no minor league experience and went on to play 22 seasons with the Detroit Tigers. In 1974, in his final season, he reached.
All right, look at all these X's to make up 3,000.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't have a video board back then. You had to make up 3,000 on your own.
This
Yeah,
was
I mean, that
ASCII
was
before
scoreboards
ASCII.
back in the day. Yeah.
This was ASCII before ASCII.
Yeah, basically.
the coveted 3,000 hit mark, ending his career with 3,007 hits. Now up to plate, Ralph Kiner. With a pitch.
Oh, Ralph Kiner.
Now broadcaster with the New York Mets.
I think would have been broadcasting. I don't know if Tim McCarver had started with the Mets yet in '82.
I don't think so. I think Tim McCarver would have had another couple of years before he did.
Maybe '83, because I know he's definitely there in '84.
They wanted more home runs from
Yeah.
those, too. But kind of didn't need that help.
Oh, unforced error there.
5-5-3 double play.
Very nice. And that's going to retire the side.
Yep. Brooks, he bobbled the ball, but he was able to recover, get to the bag, throw it to first.
Still alert. So the National League gets a run on 3 hits, leaving 2.
But now it's the
at
Americans'
the end of a
turn.
half an inning of this first Old Timers Baseball Classic. It's the National League 1 and the American League coming to bat.
Warren Spahn, who do you consider the greatest all-around ball player you have ever seen play today?
Well, I have to say the great, it goes into different categories. And Darren, I think the greatest hitter I ever saw was Ted Williams. Willie Mays and a whole bunch of other people were all-around players. And I played with Hank Aaron, great ball player.
Oh, waterfall. Oh, there's the White House. Bet you Ronald Reagan's watching this game going, what do you think you say, Chico?
Well, I have to say, it is good to have the greatest Americans play the greatest American pastime here in the American capital. Have a jelly bean.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was going to do his own play-by-play because he did that back in the day, albeit football.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pee Wee Reese, Ernie Banks at the field. Stan Musial on the left. We got Hank in center. And Ralph in right. Oh, hold on. Warren Spahn's pitching and up. Luke Appling, okay.
All right, pay attention, people. Oh my goodness! And its ball is gone.
75-year-old man, inducted to the Hall of Fame in '64, just went deep. He shook the umpire's hand.
You can tell everybody's getting into this.
Yes.
American League, National League, the umpires, the
They're
crowd,
all loving it. Look at
they're
him.
all up in here loving it.
I never thought I'd see a 5-year-old man do a home run trot, but hey.
Luke Appling.
Into the left field seats. Let's go down to the American League dugout and George Graham.
Luke Appling, 75 years of age, and Luke, you put some wood to that one.
Not necessarily short left field fan. I'm usually a right field hitter.
It is a short left field.
Spawning says, don't let me throw too many pitches, and I said, well, lay it in there. He did.
You've had some great moments. This one of the greatest for you?
Yeah, I enjoy being here with these good boys. You know, you don't see them all. See a few going around old time, but never all of them together like it is here. This is wonderful.
That's Luke Appling, a batting coach in the Atlanta Braves organization. He put it to good work tonight with a home run.
Wait till the boys see
He
that.
coached his own damn self.
I'm telling him to pitch for 400 feet.
Oh, what a moment. Okay. We still got like an hour and change to go here, so.
Bobby had played on that great Cleveland Indians team that won the pennant in '54.
That was a good Indians team.
Yeah, unfortunately they ran into that famous catch by Willie Mays. Oh. Single through the left side.
I guess they took the hint. It's like, you want to get it out, hit it to left.
Comes to bat. And as Red mentioned, 1954 won the batting title. 1955 rather, with a .340 batting average. Great star with the Detroit Tigers, career batting average of .297.
Oh, in the dirt.
Little short.
Al is 48 years old. A Hall of Famer. 2-0 on Al Kaline. Warren Spahn. Winningest left-hander ever in the National League.
Think getting homered like that has gone to his head, though.
Fred, this guy was just great. 22 years, roamed right field for the Tigers.
Shows what I know.
And could do it all.
Sam, he was a born ball player. He never played in the minor leagues. He just came to the major leagues, and his second year up, he won the batting championship. In fact, he started so fast, so young, that the Detroit fans were a little disappointed as the years went on, and he, didn't go even higher.
Kaline hits it to short. Reese juggles
Oh.
it, but gets one at second.
One.
Shane Deans turns it
Oh,
around.
just the one. Wasn't fast enough.
Is Willie McCovey at first.
Oh, Willie McCovey, legendary San Francisco Giant.
Tough to play on the grass, Red.
And he has his own cove named after him at Oracle Park, where they have that right field river where all the boats are parked.
Who started right here in Washington with the Senators.
A ground ball. Harmon Killebrew. Banks.
To Shane Deans. Safe. Pulled him
Oh.
off the base.
Oh.
Didn't get him.
The umpire at second base, Al Barlick, making the call, calling Al Kaline safe. The killer. Oh, still gets the body into it.
Got a nice chip on that one.
Powerful man.
Wasn't Harmon Killebrew on Home Run Derby?
He had to have been. I mean, a lot of these players had to have been.
Yeah.
Since we're talking like 60, 61, yeah.
Yeah, Hank Aaron definitely was. 'Cause
Hank Aaron definitely was, yeah.
He won the most games on Home Run Derby, I think. He won like 5 or 6.
I remember so many. He was very difficult for the Brooklyn Dodgers when I was over there at Ebbets Field for 15 years. He was great. That was a great.
That's a show we should do we should do like a live watch of one episode of Home Run Derby.
With 1 out, score tied 1-1, bottom of the first. The American League at bat. And this first Old Timers All-Star Classic. And a good crowd. It was heavy rain.
Oh, right down the middle.
Game time and a strike from Spahn. It's 2-2. Mickey working as a
All right, I got a list of the players that were on Home Run Derby, the ones that are participating in this game.
Okay.
Hank Aaron, Ernie Banks, Al Kaline, Harmon Killebrew.
Smokey's got a tough job behind the plate.
And that's it, actually.
Okay.
Well, that's like, what, 4 or 5 people. That's good.
That's good.
I should add Willie Mays because Willie Mays is that asterisk who got injured.
He was supposed to be in it and got injured, yeah.
Right.
In my college days.
So, legitimately 5 or 6 players.
Yeah.
I moved to first base. I guess I got smart. Down the first
Great.
base line.
Oh.
Foul ball.
A foul. Oh, the up just slipped!
The field is still wet, apparently.
The ump fell flat on his ass.
The field is ringing wet. It not only rained, but it came down in buckets.
Hard to believe they could play.
Oh, we're going to watch a replay. What?
You're going to really do that to him, ESPN?
McCovey made the play, but Huntichik was calling it foul all the way. 3-2 on Mickey Vernon.
Well, Chico, this is 1982. If this was ESPN, they'd play that freaking clip like 95,000 times. Where everyone got sick of it.
Mickey Vernon played with a few teams in his days. Red played here in Washington several years.
Of course, we're talking about the Senators playing in Washington.
That was Bucky Harris's
Yes.
characterization of him when he was playing for Bucky. He said he used to sit in the dugout when batting practice and I just watch this level swing.
Oh, oh my! This is. Yeah, 6-4-3.
So we're done after 1, and it is a tie ball game.
Tie ball game.
We'll be back in just a moment.
Oh, there's Abe Lincoln. No one's discovered the treasure inside his head yet. It'll be like another 12 years before Ren and Stimpy discover the treasure in his head, which is caramel corn.
Ernie Banks, first I've got a question. You're one of the greatest.
Keep my legs strong.
You know that caramel corn's been salty all this time, so you know Chico likes his sea salt.
A lot of guys like yourself who played with the Cubs, a star for many, many years.
I got one question to say to Ernie, okay?
What were your thoughts about being with the Cubs all those years?
Where's the dip? Because apparently, Chico, if you say where's the dip, that makes you buddies with Ernie Banks.
There's a lot of players who didn't play in World Series, but I enjoyed playing at Wrigley Field.
As you look at the game
I
today,
bet you
all
do,
the money
Ernie
that's
Banks.
floating around, what are the thoughts of Ernie Banks?
Well, I just missed the game very, very much. It is a big business today, and the players are just a recipient of that, and it's a lot of fun still to the players, and I enjoy being around them.
How about that old Banks philosophy about it's only money?
It's only money. That's all it is, and I know that all the players enjoy playing the game.
And money can't. It can buy you a house.
Yep.
It can't buy you a home.
Everybody enjoys playing the game, but you know what's better than playing the game? Getting paid copious amounts of money for playing the game. Just ask Aaron, James, Judge.
Jim Fregosi is in at shortstop, replacing Luke Appling.
Okay, Luke Appling's had his home run, so they put Jim Fregosi in it. His position at shortstop.
One of the all-time money pitchers. The bigger the
Oh!
game, the better Whitey pitches.
Whitey Ford is now pitching for the American League. Make sure you don't have any pretzels.
I was just about to say that.
The greatest episode of The Simpsons. The pretzels episode. Brooks Robinson, the P5.
And got it. Red Shindis is heading back to the dugouts.
Casey, when Casey was the manager, he used to spot him. Sometimes give him 5-6 days of rest to save him for a key series to open up the
And
series.
once again, Jim Fregosi for the American League.
Smokey Burgess in against Whitey Ford.
Whitey Ford still has an arm on him, I should say.
Yeah.
Like it's like everybody's getting their land legs back all of a sudden.
Oh, look at it. He was able to recover it. Throw it to first. 4-3.
With a good stretch to get Smokey Burgess. Here's Hank Sauer, National League MVP in 1952. He's a pretty good player with the Giants and Cubs.
Still top of the second. Still tied.
0-2. Whitey's one pitch away from throwing a 1-2-3 second. Oh! Right
there
down,
it is.
Right down the middle.
Second. National League goes down 1-2-3. End of an inning and a half of this first Old Timers All-Star Classic. It's the National League 1, the American League 1. We'll be back in just a moment.
Old-timey chase music.
And another Nickelodeon reel. And by Nickelodeon, I mean movies for a nickel, not the cable network.
Duh. Yeah. Nickelodeon this time would probably be airing Pinwheel or something.
Still the human vacuum cleaner, Brooks. You look good out there.
Yeah.
Well, they told me in 1955 when
It was like 8 hours of Pinwheel a day, yeah.
Yeah, it was basically like 1/3 of your... Not even 1/3, because wasn't Nickelodeon like 12, 13 hours or back then?
Nickelodeon programmed 12 hours, or 13 hours. And then it was turned over to what was Arts, and then it became the Arts and Entertainment Network, and it is now A&E.
You know, it's funny. My cable system, even when Nick at Night started, they still did that crap where it became A&E until like 1990. Yeah. For some reason, my cable system kept doing that, even when Nick at Night started. You have no idea how pissed I was when it was 8 o'clock and they would air freaking A&E. Because I couldn't get to watch Nick at Night.
You wanted to see the Patty Duke show.
I wanted to watch the Patty Duke show. I don't want to watch A&E. Oh! Hank, what are you doing?
The lights are bright at RFK.
Let's be fair. Let's be fair. Hank has never played at RFK when he was a player, so he's not used to this.
He had the distance. He knew where the ball was going. Just couldn't get a hold of it.
No.
The old Warhorse. Ball game is tied at 1-1.
In there.
Ball for a strike. Robin Roberts is still as graceful a pitcher, apparently, as he
Now,
used to be with the
no, Robin Roberts, former Philadelphia Philly.
Not the basketball legend and anchor of Good Morning
Good
America.
GMA, no.
recovered, as you see. There's Slaughter.
Oh, rips that.
Country can still stroke it.
Okay, we got first and second here for the AL.
First and second, nobody out. An error, and the line single.
Big Bill Crahan coming up. That's Robinson at
Big
second.
Bill Crahan.
Big Bad Bill.
Trying to do some damage here.
You know what I'd do if I was Big Bad Bill? You know what I'd do? To intimidate Robin Roberts on the mound? This is what I do. Oh! You couldn't see it, but I was doing the Incredible Hulk pose from the previous episode.
And
don't make Big Bill angry.
Oh, it's foul.
Yeah, it pushed foul.
We could have had it.
Last
Oh, that is a short foul, Paul.
Very short. Check that out. Hold
He got
it just a bit. Just a little bit.
just a little bit.
He did a lot of work over there for the Tigers. He caught.
It's like, okay, run it back. Let's do this.
Caught when he was hurt. Another swing. Another foul.
Oh, another foul ball.
Same location.
Freehan is 40 years old. There you look at Ernie Banks over at third base tonight. Spent his days at shortstop.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Did he say he was 40?
Yes, I took a look. He was born in 41, it looks like. Late 41, obviously. So, yeah, he was 40 years old.
So he's yeah, 40 is like nothing.
Yeah.
Did you see Roberts throw the curve?
40 is like, I'm just playing this until ESPN can cut me a deal.
Or Fox.
Probably Fox. It's Fox.
We'll talk about that at the year-end show. Oh, we can't wait to talk about that.
Oh, God!
Hank just redeemed himself!
Nice!
A double play! And Hank's like, now what? Now what?
Mike Aaron! Beautiful catch there. Didn't miss a beat on that one.
Oh, there it is. And we'll be inducted into the Hall of Fame in August.
So right now, he'd only be a future Hall of Famer.
Yeah, just got voted in, so the induction hasn't yet happened, so.
This is Chuck Stevens, pitch hitting for Whitey Ford. Chuck Stevens, who played briefly with the St. Louis Browns.
Played for the Browns and he played 15 years in the Coast League.
Strike two.
And it looks like he's swinging at everything right now.
Well, that's why he has the career statistics of 4 home runs. There you go.
That goes down as a K.
A K swinging. Not a backwards K looking.
Okay, this game is 40% in the books. And it is, what is it? Is it still tied or no?
It's still tied 1-1. Oh! He just tripped. Some guy ran into him.
Roberts was a 6-time 20-game winner and won 286 games in his illustrious career. Lou Palmer's with him in the National League dugout now.
Robin Roberts, who toiled most of his major league career with the Philadelphia Phillies. Robin, you're still very close to baseball because you're a college coach down in Florida.
Yes, University of South Florida. Lou, we enjoy it down
Oh,
there.
the Bulls.
Go Bulls.
The USF Bulls.
What kind of feeling is it getting together with all of these guys at this Old Timers Classic?
I think having it just on its own like it is, it's the best Old Timers thing I've ever been involved. The fans really have appreciated it, Lou, and it's nice for us to get back and see everybody, too.
Tell me something I've always wondered. In 1952, you were a 28-game winner. Hank Sauer, your teammate right here, won the MVP award with the Chicago Cubs. What were your thoughts about 1952?
Well, then we didn't expect to win it as a pitcher because the guys playing every day were deemed a little more viable. Now, since the pitcher has assumed a little more responsibility, I'm a little disappointed after all these years that I didn't win it that year, Lou.
Just a little bit disappointed?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Andy Seminick and guys like that. You ever get together?
Yes, I see Kurt twice a year. He comes down to visit me, and I go up there in August. Dell's doing very well in Philadelphia, and of course Richie announces with the Phillies, and LaPata works in Philadelphia. They're all doing well.
Whiz kids, and this was the ace right-hander of them, Robin Roberts. Thank you, Robin.
Thank you, Lou.
Sam Rosen, Red Barber, Jack Brickhouse here at RFK Stadium. First annual Old Timers All-Star Classic changes for the American League at second base.
Oh, man. Robin Roberts was a USF coach at this time. They didn't even have a football program back then.
Oh, they didn't get a football program until the mid-'90s, I don't think.
Yeah, 97 was, according to Truth by Consensus Wikipedia. Oh, Bob Feller, Mike.
Legend.
Yeah, that's right. What more needs to be said? Okay.
Legend, war hero.
He was even younger. He came out of Vandermeer, Iowa, and he knew how. He's got a sister.
Alvin Dork.
Fella always had fantastic speed. Maybe next to Walter Johnson, the fastest pitcher we've ever had. Old baseball man claimed that Walter Johnson was...
Alvin Dork played 14 years in MLB for the Boston/Milwaukee Braves, New York Giants, St. Louis Cardinals, Chicago Cubs, and Philadelphia Phillies.
They had some sort of equipment that they think they clocked him, the Army engineers, I believe it was, at 100 miles an hour. But there were a lot of batters that would tell you it was a lot faster than that.
Alvin Dork on the 1951 Giants team that beat the Dodgers for the pennant with the famous shot heard round the world by Bobby Thompson, led the NL in doubles with 41 according to Baseball Reference. And he walks.
Now walk it out, walk it out, now walk it out, walk it out, now walk it out.
Bobby's out at second base for the American League.
Right. We have
Willie McCovey's coming up.
Oh, Willie McCovey.
Talk about a guy that National League pitchers did not like to face. Here's a big guy.
And Willie's got this stance like, I'm going to hit one over the fence.
the Yankees and the San Francisco Giants. McCovey ended it by hitting a line drive.
This is like a dream matchup right here. Feller against McCovey.
It's like after this, it would only happen again with Legends of the Diamond or anything else. And even then, I'm not quite sure that Bob Feller made head on that.
Oh. The rare reference to Legends of the Diamond on NES. I'll tell you this, it was no Baseball Simulator 1000.
Remember when we used to think that that dot was supposed to be a decimal instead of a comma? So we just called it Baseball Simulator 1.
Well, remember there was Super Baseball Simulator 1000 on the Super Nintendo?
Oh, yeah.
Remember they had like those teams that had like the super like pitches? Remember that?
I do.
And there would be like that one.
Oh, look at that!
Oh, foul ball. Remember there would be like this one mode when you played as the Power League teams that had the super weird stuff, like one power move, you'd hit the ball, it hit the ground, and then it'd cause an earthquake. Be like, ooh, there's an earthquake, ooh.
Yep.
Ah, swing and a miss. Willie's down on strikes. Oh, you know what was another great baseball game on the NES? Baseball Stars.
Yep.
One of my favorites is they had a team called the Lovely Ladies.
Are you still talking about Baseball Stars?
That's right, they had a team called the Lovely Ladies.
All right, Lou Brock getting ready to...
Yeah.
Get ready to...
Oh! Did he hit it out?
Did he hit it? Nope.
No. Al Kaline's going to get that one. 2 down. All right, Hank's coming up.
We didn't even have a chance to talk about Lou Brock because he would have retired just about 2.5 years earlier.
That's right.
So he still had some fuel left in the tank.
He was around until 79, so yeah, he was by no means an old timer compared to Bob Feller, for example.
A ground ball to Brooks. Fielder's choice 5-4. That'll end the inning.
And we are in the middle of the third. This game is halfway finished. How do you like it so far?
Oh, we're going to watch some Brooks Robinson highlights. Oh! 16 straight years with a gold glove.
Opposing hitters like Johnny Bench of the Cincinnati Reds right here. Brooks Robinson set
Johnny Bench is waving his arms like, what?
Who had over 2,800 hits. He was the American League MVP in 1964, but he will be best remembered for his brilliant fielding, his diving catches in regular season, World Series, and All-Star games were probably the best ever seen.
Yeah.
You're watching
the
Crackerjack Old Timers Baseball Classic. At the end of 2.5 innings, it's the National League One, the American League One. We'll be back at RFK Stadium in Washington in just a minute.
Okay.
All right.
Bottom of
this game is just about to get good, guys.
It's bottom of the third here. We're tied up. And these fans are like, yeah, this is great. Yeah. This is just fantastic. Okay.
American League coming to bat, bottom of the third inning. National League making some changes. Going to left field is Lou Brock.
All right, Lou Brock in left.
The St. Louis Cardinals. In center field, Andy Pafko, who played with the Dodgers and the Braves.
Andy Pafko in center.
And at second base, Bill Mazeroski.
Oh, Bill Mazeroski. The hero of the 1960 World Series for the Pirates. The legendary home run. And if I'm not mistaken, Lou Burdette. 203 career wins on the mound for the NL. But if I'm not mistaken, Mike, didn't they recently find, like, the 1960 World Series Game 7 TV broadcast?
It wasn't recently. I think it was almost 5 years
but
ago.
Recently,
or so.
I think I didn't like relatively recently.
In the relatively recent past, yeah, I think it was like 2017, 18. Yeah, they found footage of the Game 7 of the 1960 World Series.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, they found it in, of all places, Bing Crosby's wine cellar. Because he owned part of the Pirates back then. And I think it was like he went to, like, I think the story was he went to Europe because he thought he was a jinx and didn't want to have, like, it ruined. So he went to Europe, he listened to all the games on the radio, and someone recorded Game 7 on a kinescope for him to watch when he got back from Europe. And it just stayed in his wine cellar for years until someone discovered it.
It's like, oh, look at that.
Look
at that. That ball is gone! Goodbye!
Jim Fregosi goes deep.
And the American League takes the 2-1 lead.
See, Mike, now we know where John Kruk got that home run stroke from when he managed the Phillies.
I was going to say, wasn't John Kruk's manager Jim Fregosi? Because he was the Phillies manager back in the late 80s, yeah.
Yeah, he would have been the manager in 93, Jim Fregosi, for the 93 team, yeah.
Oh yeah, the Mitch Williams, yeah. Well, Joe Carter thanks him, yeah.
And by the way, these aren't juiced up players. That's all muscle, baby.
It's all muscle. Whoa!
Whoa!
You know, if the Hulk ran on the field and did that pose right now, I bet you the entire crowd would go nuts.
Somebody would be in the stands saying, CBS, save the Hulk. Oh! Like, that was yeah. Nothing getting past this guy, it looks like. Hey, Bobby Richardson, dead ball. And he's going to park it first for a while.
We're here with the man with the big bat in this Cracker Jack Old Timers game. Good wood.
Well, it was a slider down and away. I thought Buck would try to throw a spitball, but he didn't throw a breaking ball, and I got out in front and hit it.
What did it feel like when the fans reacted?
Oh, it's exciting. This is really a super ball game. For me, it's an extra pleasure to get back and get a chance to see all the guys that you've played against for a number of years, and some of the great names in baseball, and they're all here.
Good ripping tonight, Jimmy.
Thank you.
Jim Fregosi just got a home run.
Long ball man, Jim Fregosi. Up now for the American League, Larry.
Jim Fregosi with the long ball.
Yeah. And another note, Jim Fregosi also member of the '73 Mets team that went to the World Series. He was traded for some guy named Nolan Ryan. Don't know whatever happened to him.
Strike one that counts at Dobie. And if I've got time, I'd love to tell this story about Dobie.
You got plenty of time, Jack. We'll give it to you.
Larry Dobie,
No, you don't.
trailblazer.
Oh, yeah, first African-American player in the American League.
Jumping in to add that this episode was recorded on July 1st, and July 5th was the 75th anniversary of Larry Dobie breaking the color barrier in the American League.
And also, the second in baseball.
And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, him and Satchel Paige, the first African-Americans to win the World Series in '48.
In 48, yeah.
And the fellow who was the subject of an award-winning pictures out there on the field with him, Nina Slaughter. What happened was that Dobie got into it with Art Ditmar. Dobie was at bat. Ditmar brushed him, and a few words were exchanged. Ditmar came down, and Dobie...
Ground ball, comebacker. Oh. Oh, that's definitely an E6. Oh, should have. Oh.
You know, he had the stroke. He just needed to catch the ball.
Anyway, that now brings up Roy Sievers.
Roy Sievers.
1949 Rookie of the Year, first in the American League.
Also the 1957 American League home run leader and RBI champion, according to Truth Against Wikipedia. Played for the St. Louis Browns, Washington Senators, Chicago White Sox, and Philadelphia Phillies. Actually, technically played for both incarnations of the Washington Senators, because he played for the second incarnation of the Senators from 64 to 65. Because the original version of the Senators moved to Minnesota to become the Twins in 61, and then they had the expansion Senators that same year in 61 after the Twins moved. The original Senators moved to Minnesota. I mean,
had the distance. He was there with the ball, but did not catch it.
oh, Lou Brock just came up short. Okay, they're going to score that a base hit.
Eddie Robinson up to bat now.
172 career home runs. Right down the middle, a strike.
Robinson hit 29 homers one year. He sure did, out of the lifetime total of 172. And he hit them at Sox Park when he was with the White Sox one year. There's a
Oh. That's going to take a bounce. Oh, Ralph, you got to get that ball.
It was trapped at the track. What can we say?
All right, 3-1. Al Rosen.
The rain was on. Al, if you recall, downstairs there was suggesting that he talked to Dick Cecil.
Another former Cleveland baseball legend.
Yes.
I don't want to say their old team name.
I don't blame you. And truth be told, I have been comfortable saying the Atlanta team name this episode, so.
That's what he is throwing. You better try something else. Ball 1 the count now to Rosen. The bases are full. Al Rosen, 10 years. And Al was the
You know, we got to get used to. It's so weird not being able to have that old Cleveland team name anymore, but. Eh.
Are you going to take yourself out of the lineup today to go to this ball club? He had a little sore leg or something. Al said, you know, keep me away from this guy.
Oh, ground ball.
Taken by Ernie. Play at the plate.
Oh, 5. Oh!
Oh, too high.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Susan enjoys baseball. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, her husband is the head of NBC Sports, of course.
All right.
Today I learned that Susan St. James's husband is Dick Ebersol.
We've talked about that.
And what is going on here, Sam?
Oh, careless play as Haller looked to go for 2. Thought he had the big target in McCovey at first base and threw it high. Dobie was forced at the plate. Seavers scored, and it's 4-1. The American League leads it, and to the bullpen goes.
Oh, they're going to go to the bullpen. Oh, Don Newcomb, legendary former Brooklyn Dodger.
This call to the bullpen is presented by no one, because we haven't found out how to make money off of televising.
No.
Goes against Big Nuke.
Oh.
Fred and I were talking a little while ago about the classic confrontations between Newcomb and Roberts in those great days.
Don Newcomb, 149.90 lifetime record. The ground ball. And that. Oh, no. Only 2 outs. So Maz with the 4-3. 5-1. AL. Earl Betty. And that's a great windup Don Newcomb has.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. He fooled him on that pitch. Line.
Oh,
Lou Brock snags that. And that'll end the inning.
With the non-glove hands.
Oh, he caught that. Did he catch that barehanded, Lou Brock? No, he caught it with
No,
the glove.
he caught it. It just looked like he didn't, but yeah.
He didn't pull a David Wright. Okay, after 3 innings of play, the American League leads the NL 5-1. And then we got the replay of the Fregosi home run. Slap on Larry Doby's hand. All right, 5-1. We're going to the top of the 4th.
On the mound for the American League as we start the 4th inning is a man who found perfection one fall day in 1956.
We're here with Don Larson, the author of the.
Don Larson. The only no-hitter to date ever thrown in the World Series in 56.
Well, I really didn't know it was a perfect game until.
I was say not just a no-hitter, but a perfect game.
That's right. And first perfect game that was thrown in 34 years.
Of course, about the end of the 7th inning, I got pretty nervous, and nobody would talk to me much in the dugout. You know, superstition, and I don't really believe in that, but it made me feel awful lonesome. And the pressure was more on me, you know, sitting in the dugout, you know, between the innings. But I was okay when I got back on the mound, except for the 26th in a row. And then, you know, I didn't know who Mr. Olson, you know, was going to put up the pinch hit, and then I seen Dale Mitchell there. Before that, I turned around. I probably said a little prayer, you know, to get me through this. And that's probably when I had more time to really think about what the dickens I was doing out there and why me, you know, why could I be so close and then hopefully I don't mess it up. But I remember Mitchell from the American League, you know, and he was, you know, good.
There it is.
Lifetime.
highlights from the 56
he hung in there with my best stuff, and
series.
control that day was pretty good, and then that last pitch to Dale.
Of course, the crowd really getting into it.
That brought a smile out.
There's the strikeout of Mitchell to complete the perfect game.
Yogi jumped on me, hit me, then in the club out, there were so many riders around me.
And also another fun fact, that was that was another lost game that was not recent. It was discovered back in, I believe, 2008, and that actually, the broadcast of the Game 5 of Larson's perfect game was actually aired the first day of MLB Network in January of 2009.
That's a fun fact.
Yeah.
That's
and
a fun fact.
And they actually did re-air it, I think, either on MLB Network, either during the when COVID started, when they were airing all the old baseball games when nothing was happening during COVID, or I think they might have aired it also during the lockout too. Tape distortion.
They've definitely shown it in the recent past.
Yeah, definitely. They definitely re-aired Larson's.
I wouldn't be surprised during COVID because they pulled out all the old This Week in Baseball tapes.
Yeah, because we talked about that when that happened, because FS1 was airing some This Week in Baseball too.
Right.
That was fun. And in fact, if you go to Pluto TV, oh, nice catch.
Ooh, really good.
Yeah, if you go to Pluto TV in their MLB section, they have like a bunch of old This Week in Baseball games on there. And even Apple TV Plus, on their MLB section, they have some old This Week in Baseballs too.
There's Ralph Kiner up the bat.
And of course, one of my all-time favorite Ralph Kiner lines of all time on One Father's Day. It's Father's Day, and for all you fathers out there, happy birthday. There's like a YouTube compilation of all the great Ralph Kiner-isms. And one of them is a clip of Ralph Kiner with Gary Cohen, of course. Gary Cohen now, of course, the lead Mets broadcaster on SNY with Keith Hernandez and Ron Doring. But it was so weird because I guess it was probably like a broadcast where, like, I don't know, like Gary Thorne might have been doing that game and he might have had hockey commitments with ESPN or something. And so Gary Cohen's with it, and it's like, Gary Cohen's got a full head of hair. And I'm like, this is so weird seeing Gary Cohen with hair. Because I always see him with the bald head now. Oh, 2-1 count. So I believe it's Maz at the plate.
Yeah, that's Bill Mazeroski.
Oh, it's deep.
Deep
in. It's
gone!
Off, deflected off the glove. It wasn't quite a Jose Canseco, but it's off Bob Allison's glove. Wait, Mike, didn't the Jose Canseco off the head of the hat thing happen at Municipal Stadium?
In its final year, 1993, yeah. Carlos Martinez was the person who hit it, yep.
Oh, there it is, deflected off the glove.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, there's the home run clip from 60 right here. Pulled off the hat.
Against Ralph Terry, he hit Terry's second pitch over the left field wall in Forbes Field, and that set off a wild celebration in Pittsburgh that will long be remembered.
Oh, the days when fans could run on the field and not get arrested.
Can't do that anymore.
No.
That one's stranded in the track again.
And Mazeroski wouldn't have been that old at this point.
No.
He would have been about 45.
Yeah. But one thing I should mention about the 1960 World Series, and I think Mickey Mantle, talked about it. Oh, Frank Torrey, the brother of Joe, member of the 57 Milwaukee Braves team that won the series against the Yankees. But, okay, one thing I want to mention about the 60 World Series, and Mickey Mantle mentioned it, it was the only time where after the Yankees lost a World Series he ever cried after it. Because if you look at the box scores of all the games, like the 3 games the Yankees won, they won in absolute blowouts. And the 4 games the Pirates won were like very close games. And he felt like that's the only time he felt like they were the better team and they got beat. But you know what? That happens in baseball.
Not to be terribly morbid, but it looks like the only person still living from this game is Bill Mazeroski.
Oh, Bobby Richardson, former Yankee, the 4-3. 3.5 innings of play. All right, 5-2 American League. We're going to the bottom of the 4th. Parker, it's up to you. You got a chance to be in the Hall of Fame. Come on. Get up to the plate, son. Go, ball, go. Wait, is he caught? Oh. All these kids are chasing for the ball.
Everybody, looks like the whole town is chasing for the ball.
The whole town's chasing for the ball.
Back at RFK Stadium, we were talking about dramatic home runs. How about the one Bobby Thompson hit in 1951? He's with Lou Palmer right now.
Oh, Bobby Thompson.
You talked about the shot many times in 1951. I wonder if you'll do it for us one more time. What's going through your head now as Ralph Banker's ready to serve that pitch up to you?
Well, all I'm trying to do is sit back and make sure I wait for the ball to get up to the plate and get a good pitch. And of course, I didn't do that. I took the first one right through the middle. And of course, the second one came in a little high and inside, and I decided I better swing, and which I did. The ball disappeared.
The next question is, as you're circling the bases, what are your thoughts?
Well, I was a little bit excited, Lou. The most excited I guess I'd ever been. I guess I was probably the most surprised guy in the ballpark, you know, that experienced the thing that happened. And I guess I got out of breath, I'll tell you that much. And I was huffing and puffing and jumping up and down. I couldn't control myself. It was a feeling I'd never experienced before.
And yet baseball is such a funny business that just a couple of years later you were traded from the Giants. What were your thoughts then?
Well, that's the name of the game. I guess I'm a realist, and they had a young man named Willie Mays coming back from the Army under the team, and actually they needed a good pitcher, and they sure got a good one, Johnny Antonelli. And as far as I'm concerned, Johnny was instrumental in winning the pennant for him. So I helped the Giants that year, too, you might say.
What's the Flying Scot doing nowadays? Bobby, how do you keep yourself busy?
Well, I work for a very fine paper company out of New York City, and I've been doing that for the last 20 years.
What's your thoughts about getting together like this in Washington?
This is fantastic, and
that's something you'll never hear nowadays.
What
do you do now?
A paper company.
Well, not just a paper company. Just what do you do now besides living off the millions? I mean, that shows truly how much of a different era it was back then.
It truly was. Oh, by the way, I got this at a card show last year at Hofstra University. It's a Bobby Thompson certified autograph card from Upper Deck.
Nice.
It's from this must have been a very early, because this is 96, 94, I think. This must have been like to promote the Ken Burns baseball documentary, because it has the Ken Burns baseball logo on the back.
I've never heard of that series before. But that's kind of cool because, unfortunately, as I sort of mentioned a few moments ago, not a lot of people from this game are still living.
Yeah, I know.
Bill Mazeroski, Willie Mays, if he would have played, he's still around, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, they mentioned Ralph Branca. We should mention Ralph Branca was a contestant on Concentration.
He wasn't just a contestant on Concentration. He was an undefeated champion on Concentration.
Yes! The original Concentration, Few Downs, yeah.
He was a legend, yes.
So he's not just known as to us, he's not just the guy who gave up the home run to Bobby Thompson. No. He could solve rebuses like nobody's business. Which reminds me, I really need to start watching the Norris Concentration again on... I haven't watched any of the Norris Concentration episodes in a while, but...
Well, you're coming up to a good time because they're starting to rerun the 77-78 season very soon with the double play game.
Oh, good.
And I think it's starting I think it may have started this week. I haven't seen this week's episodes, but I know within the next week or so they're going to resume where they left off.
Okay, that's good. Oh, Johnny Vandermeer.
Yep.
As I mentioned, the only person ever to throw back-to-back no-hitters. But here's the impressive part. The second no-hitter he threw was at the very first night game in the history of Ebbets Field.
And he threw those two no-hitters in 1938. So that was 44 years ago at this point.
Yeah.
You got to figure that Vandermeer is probably close to about 70 at this point.
Yeah. And like I said so long ago, that was his second no-hitter was the first night game in the history of Ebbets Field. Oh, and he just...
Actually, he would have been six...
sorry. Would have been what, 68? Okay. He fooled Jim Fregosi on that last pitch. He gets him to foul that off. Okay, here's the replay right here. Oh, yeah, it would have been just coming off Jim Fregosi being the manager of the California Angels. And if I can locate the 1982 College World Series real quick. That tournament, the 1982 College World Series, won by the Miami Hurricanes over Wichita State.
Not a lot of big players, big name players, were in that World Series that year, that College World Series.
Well, one name I recognized was Spike Owen, who was on the University of Texas, who was on the all-tournament team. He played for the Mariners, and he was on the 86 Red Sox.
And I think he played for the Expos at one point, yeah.
Yeah, he would have been...
The biggest name is Roger Clemens. That's the biggest name.
On Texas,
but other
yeah.
than that...
Oh, wait.
Other than that...
Calvin Schiraldi. Calvin Schiraldi.
Yeah, Calvin Schiraldi. I was going to mention him. And Mike Brumley, Charlie O'Brien, who was a decent catcher for the Rangers back in the day. Russ Morman was with the Mariners. Not a lot of big names outside of, again, Roger Clemens. Mike Andretti, I should add.
Already?
Steve Buechele.
Replaced with Bob Friends. I guess they're just going through the whole bullpen now, aren't they?
They just want everyone to get an appearance.
67, not 68, I'm sorry.
Okay, I was checking to make sure if the 82 College World Series was the one with the famous Ron Darling, Frank Viola pitching duel that we've talked about. It's not. That was 81 the previous year.
That's right. Ball one. What a great guy this is. I don't know if he started that fight with the Yankees, but he's still a great guy. Oh, yes. No question about it. And, of course, he had a managerial shot with the White Sox, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him have it again. Ball two.
And Larry Doby, we've mentioned actually back in April, believe it or not.
We did?
Well, we mentioned his kids because his kid, one of his sons, caught the opening pitch from Tom Hanks.
Oh, that's right, he did. With Wilson. Wilson!
With Wilson, yes, with Wilson.
Oh, and I just found the box score from the Ron Darling Frank Viola game. I'm putting in the chat right now.
All right.
You know how old this is? It was completely typed on a typewriter.
That's old.
Yeah. Ooh!
And Billy Goodman moved in, took his spot in left field, and won the American League batting title. And you can believe the incredulity of this statement. There was actually a school of thought that said, do you think Williams can get his job back in left field the way Goodman is hitting? And there was some genuine speculation about it. How are you going to take it?
Walk it out.
But anyway, Billy waited it out. He was nice enough to take some pitches so I could get that story in. Well, he got my sign.
Right.
6-2 American League right now.
Still top of four.
Bottom four.
Sorry.
Old-timers All-Star Classic. Eddie Robinson at the plate facing Bob Friend with 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth. The American League leading 6-2. 2 men on.
Foul ball.
Foul off to the left. Billy Goodman, talking about him, a lifetime 300 hitter. Eddie Robinson, pretty powerful man. And Eddie, you think not? He's the only man, one of the few men I better say, I've ever seen put one over the roof in right field at Comiskey Park. Clear the roof. Now, it's true wind was blowing out, but I don't care if it was a gale. No. That is some poke. That's a poke. You said it.
All right.
And of course,
here comes the 0-2.
This year, he lost his job as GM down in Texas.
Outside.
2-2. If I recall, he's from Paris.
Sorry, I was the 1-2. Now this is the 2-2.
61 years old. Eddie, who played,
and full count.
Washington, Chicago, briefly with Philadelphia, where the Yankees moved around in his career. Gets a walk from Bob Friend, loads the bases for Al Rosen.
And the bases are huge.
Friend's throwing the ball hard, all right. He got something on it, but he's throwing it off the mark. His warm-up tosses were much better than we've seen since the batters started to step in. That's a good strike. Strike one. Al Rosen, who hit .336 in 1953.
Gorman says that one missed. I don't think Friend wants to agree with him.
Al had 43 home runs in 53. Boy, could he hit.
I think Doby's gone down to third to coach.
Right? No. Doby's leading off third.
He's in the coach's box the way he's sitting there, isn't he? Huh?
Oh, that one almost beat him.
Al Rosen, who had that serious heart operation a while back, and he has come back. He looks just great.
As a matter of fact, there's a guy coaching at first.
And
Let's see if Doby comes in. No, it's a ball four, so he's forced in. So another run crosses the plate. And if I'm not mistaken, that is Lefty Gomez coaching at first. Now, if it is, and I'm,
Let's see. There it is. Number 11.
Lefty Gomez, number 11, coaching at first. And quick toss, and we are headed into the final inning of the game.
Okay, so unless the National League can have a comeback here, safe to say this is the last half inning of the game.
Well, we're going to take a look right now.
I remember hearing, I got hear Lou Boudreau when he was managing the Cubs. We were working down kind of close at that time, and Richie was with him. And he started to go after the umpire, and Boudreau came out, and I could still hear Lou saying, and I'm glad he didn't use any profanity, because our microphone wasn't far away. He said, if you get thrown out of this
Stomp on that dirt.
$500. And for that, Richie cooled off.
500, a lot of cash in those days.
3-2.
Well, I believe this is Richie Ashburn at the plate. Yes, it is. Former legendary Philadelphia Philly, and was actually the first batter in the history of the New York Mets in 1962.
Washington again. Finished up with Cincinnati, the Dodgers, and then finally with Cleveland. In the latter years of his career, wound up his professional career in
And Richie Ashburn takes a walk here.
works Pasquale for a walk. And there's Hank Aaron in the National League dugout. Hank Aaron.
Wow, Hank Aaron's just taking this all in.
Yep.
Played 23 seasons, and in 1970 in Cincinnati, Hammer and Hank reached the 3,000 hit mark. He finished his career
On an infield single.
In 1970, and he played 6 more years.
Six
That's
more years.
crazy.
Yep.
That's insane.
And there it is, the moment in April of 74.
Home run number 715, eclipsing Babe Ruth for the mark.
And by the way, the guy who climbed the fence in left field, Bill Buckner. Yep. True story. Bill Buckner was in left field in the Hank Aaron 7-15 game, yeah. Wouldn't be converted into an infielder until later.
Uh-huh.
Up 6-4 to 3. No, he dropped it.
Oops.
I think you just call it a simple fielder's choice 6-4.
Gives it to him nicely. Richardson turns it smoothly. But Robinson can't handle it.
Oops.
So the game stays on. Here it is again. Pafko.
Oh, that would have been a great way to end the game, but nope.
Pretty play. And Robinson can't handle it. Pafko at first, Dick Roach to the bat. You learn something all the time. I didn't realize Pafko was the guy in left field when Bobby Thompson hit that home run to beat the Dodgers in 51.
Shrek.
See that picture of helpless dejection as Andy stood there on that wall?
I talked to Andy before the game. He said, I still dream about it to this day. Dick Groat, great shortstop for the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Oh, I think that's a ball.
2 outs here in the 5th inning. 7-2, the American League leads it. So it takes the old-time American League
Oh, fouled it right off the foot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's 2 strikes. Come on, let's stand. Let's clap here. Come on.
While you do that, I'm going to make a little correction. Since Dick Groat's now in the game,
Yeah.
he's still alive too. So we've got at least 2 people who are still alive.
Okay,
that play
2
this
people.
game.
All right, so let's clap. We want this. All right, come on. Let's make some noise, fans. It's 2 strikes. This one's going to send Dick back to the dugout. Swing and a miss. That's
And
it.
That's the ball game. Final score.
It's 7-2, the final score. AL over the NL. Oh, they're going to play the bottom of the 5th.
They're going to play it on.
Oh, that's good.
There's got to be people on the bench who need to come in.
Oh yeah, they need to come into play, so they're gonna give them a chance to play here. So that's
This is
nice.
This is what we call at the Dean Smith Center time for Blue Steel.
Let's see if the American League can pad the stats here.
This is also what we call free baseball.
That's right. Hoyt Wilhelm pitching for the National League.
Had 6 seasons with an ERA less than 2.
I want to tell you something about this guy, and I'm glad they're playing the last half of this inning, even though the American League has got the ball game wired up, because after all, it's a chance to see all the stars this way. But the knuckleball itself, of course, is one of the most interesting pitches in the history of the game.
Yes.
The knuckleball is one of the most interesting pitches.
It's one of the most confusing pitches in the game.
And it's really a lost art nowadays. There haven't been many knuckleballers the last, say, 20 years or so.
Yeah, R.A. Dickey's probably like the only one. That's notable, at least. Because, he won a Cy Young with the Mets in 2012.
I honestly can't think of many others. I mean, obviously, you get into the Necros of the world and Tom Candiotti, but that's going back.
Well, hold on. We did mention a knuckleballer on this show in the past. We mentioned Charlie Huff. Because remember when I forgot. Remember when Mr. Bogus plays for the Florida Marlins?
Because Charlie Huff was on that inaugural team back in '93.
That's right.
He was like 47 or 48.
He was 47. That was when I was a kid. I thought that's awesome. This guy's like my dad's age, and he's playing baseball. Because my dad would probably Charlie Huff's like 2 years older than my dad. So.
But yeah, the knuckleballer is quite rare to say the least nowadays. Last big one besides R.A. Dickey may have been like Tim Wakefield. And even that's probably close to 20 years old now.
Oh, hold on a second. You mentioned ground ball here. Okay, 2 outs. One of my favorite moments with Tim Wakefield was like a Tim Wakefield, I think, was at like a WWF Raw or SmackDown in like 01. And like Kurt Angle's cutting a promo, and he looks into the crowd and he spots Tim Wakefield, and during the middle of his promo says, "Tim Wakefield, you're still active?"
No, that's not fair. Tim Wakefield would have only been around about 10 years at that point.
But that's also a joke because Kurt Angle's from Pittsburgh, and he used to play for the Pirates.
Right.
So that's like a very inside dig. I was like, I got it. I got the joke.
Uh-oh, there's people on the field. They're going to get arrested.
Uh-oh. Susan had to make one more appearance before the end of this episode. Oh, that was a strike. Come on.
I'll never forget, going back
back to Wilhelm being the great relief pitcher, but as a starter, I'll never forget him no-hitting the New York Yankees. With that flutter ball and all.
Oh, by the way, since Sam just mentioned Hoyt Wilhelm no at the Yankees, we are recording this episode just as the Houston Astros no-hit the Yankees. And I believe that was only the second time since '58 the Yankees have been no-hit. And coincidentally, both have been against the Astros.
You're exactly right. Yep.
Because remember that insane combined no-hitter in '03 with like Roy Oswald, Octavio Dotel, Billy Wagner, and a bunch of other guys?
Yeah, that happened actually when I was in Washington, D.C. for the hardball finals.
That's right.
And that was a 6-pitcher no-hitter.
But according to a certain pitcher on the LA Angels, that's not a real no-hitter. My ass, Noah.
Okay, then.
It's a new game. We're never going to see many complete game no-hitters.
No.
It's all going to be combined.
It's all going to be the platoon no-hitter. That's going to be the new thing. Bobby Richardson, seeing guy single to left.
They sat around, they were just hoping it would let up and waiting for any optimistic word, and finally it stopped, and here we go. And a great tribute to these players.
This is Dobie again. Unofficial attendance,
29,196, the unofficial attendance.
And actually with Bobby Richardson, that makes 3 people who are still with us.
Okay. Good to know Bobby's still with us, former World Series MVP for the Yankees. Maz is just going to just slow moving, just like.
Boop. He gave up about 2/3 of the way down the first base line.
Larry was like, F this. Larry was in full. That may have been where Jimmy Graham got the inspiration to say, you know what, screw this sliming, I'm going in the tunnel.
But what a game that was! Of course, that early hard shot. By,
Luke Appling. Yeah, that was a great moment.
It was.
And this crowd at RFK Stadium, they're showing their appreciation to these legends. Like, oh, we saw something amazing here tonight.
I mean, how many Hall of Famers were on the field in this game?
Oh, God.
I would guess at least probably 24.
Oh, probably. At least.
At least. This might be one of the best gatherings of baseball players not in a Hall of Fame situation, in an actual playing situation.
Oh, yeah.
And they showed that they could still get it done.
That's right. Yeah. All right. So the final totals, the American League, 7 runs, 10 hits, no errors. The National League, 2 runs, 6 hits, and no errors. Well, no error. I mean, that's got to be impressive. No errors in this ball game.
I think they were being a little lenient because it looked like there were a few errors.
Yeah, but I think the scoring was a little loose. They decided, you know what? We'll cut him some slack here. But you know what? It was a legendary game. This game would be played until 1990. And I think you can find the 1984 version of the Cracker Jack Old Timers Classic on YouTube. But I don't think you're ever going to top that first game with the Luke Appling home run. Nope.
Where will you ever see a 75-year-old hit a home run?
No.
Never.
75. And I don't even think Luke Appling was really a power hitter.
No. That's what was more impressive about that. But I'll tell you what. In 1982, these players gave us a very memorable thing on TV. But hold on a second, guys. Would you like to own something from the first annual Cracker Jack Old Timers Game Classic?
No, I like to stare at my walls as they lay bare with only paint holding it up. Of course I do.
All right, let's play eBay Prices Right, everybody.
Hit the music.
You are bidding on the program from the 1982 first annual Cracker Jack Old Timers Baseball Classic. And I will read the description from this. It is 1982 first annual Old Timers Cracker Jack Old Timers Game MLB Hall of Famers. That's it. Doesn't say anything about if this is a scored program, an unscored program. Whatever. Or the condition. So, okay, you're going to be bidding on this. So, Chico, you go first.
$25.
Mike.
$26. It's
You
got to be
bastard.
more. I'll be a bastard, but that thing, I wouldn't be surprised if it was like closer to about $100.
Oh, we got a perfect bid.
Well, it's not $26. Give it to Chico.
Yeah, it's 25.
Yeah, it is. I got. It's like, what do I win? Sweet nothing. Credibility. I know.
You win 40-year-old Cracker Jack boxes.
Did they solve the prize in them?
Oh, they better, because the Cracker Jack prizes today, they're all crap.
They're horrible nowadays.
Oh, they're horrible. Remember when you get those mini Topps baseball cards in the
Oh God, those were awesome.
I collected
those
all
were worth digging into the box to get.
I collected the mini Don Russ 92 cards in the boxes of Cracker Jack. I bought so many boxes of Cracker Jack in 1992 just to collect that mini Don Russ 92 set. Today's kids, they don't know. They won't know how amazing it would be.
They won't, no. No, nowadays it's temporary tattoos or some sort of digital prize. You're absolutely right.
A crappy digital prize. It might as well be an NFT. Not real. That.
I know.
I'm just imagining an NFT in a box of Cracker Jacks. And the kids are like, what the hell am I going to do with this?
Sell it to Seth Green. I don't know. He needs something after that NFT show he had got canceled.
He does. He absolutely does.
Wait a second. NFT show?
He was going to do it. Well, we'll talk about this in the year-end show. But yeah,
we're definitely talking about it in the year-end show after this. Yes.
He had an NFT that he was going to make a show around his NFT, and someone stole his NFT. And illegally couldn't make the show anymore because someone stole his NFT.
Yeah.
If you want more proof of how stupid NFTs are, that is it.
That might be the greatest NFT story ever. I love it.
Well, we don't have NFT stories, but we've got plenty of stories over at our website. It was a thing on TV.com. In fact, we have damn near 300 of them. And if you count the minisodes, the live watches, the remasters, we have well over 300 of them. Of course, we also have links to all of our socials, and it was a thing on TV, except for Facebook, because Mark Zuckerberg is not an old timer. It was a thing on TV podcast. But of course, if you go to Linktree, you can link all of our social accounts. That's linktr.ee/It Was a Thing on TV. And of course, if you are on YouTube, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. In order to stay up to date on future entries. And as always, all of our podcasts are available on itwasathingontv.com and where fine podcasts can be streamed. Remember, 5 stars only because positive vibes only. Next week on the big show, our look at our Salute to the All-Star Game continues with another 2 shows that are tangentially related to the All-Star Game at least. The first one was the 1990 All-Star Game.
Yeah, and remember, we deliberately skipped it when we were covering the CBS Sports 90 episode earlier in the year. There was a reason why we didn't talk about it that much. Because we were saving it for this show.
There's just so much going on with it.
Oh, yeah. But also, we'll be talking about something that happened during the MLB All-Star Game in 1990.
And that's all happening next week, right here on It Was a Thing on TV. Thank you for listening. Please be kind to each other, and we will see you for the next one.
Wow!
Well, hi, everybody. I'm Ralph Kiner, along with David Cohen and later on Bob Murphy. Tim McCarver is doing another ball game today, and it's the Mets against the Cubs. And, David, it looks like the Mets are with their back to the wall.
Well, it has certainly not been a good stretch for the New York Mets. Went home, won 4 in a row, then lost 4 out of 5, and now they've got to win this thing on the road.
And that, folks, is why Gary Cohen is a professional.
A professional? He is a professional.
Kiner's Corner must have had a lot of liquor stocked up.